Hi, kindergarten. So we've been talking about a dozen and a half dozen. So 1 dozen equals 12 things. You can buy a dozen cookies, a dozen roses, a dozen pencils, not a dozen coffees, but I would like that. A dozen eggs, a dozen donuts, a dozen Hatchimals. But then sometimes, remember, the baker might throw in an extra one, and that's called a baker's dozen. So let's practice drawing a dozen things. So you're gonna need a piece of paper. Go ahead and pause the video, get a piece of paper. You're gonna need your crayons or your colored pencils. And let's draw a dozen cookies. So when I draw a dozen cookies, I kind of want to be orderly about it. I could draw my 12 cookies this way in a nice straight line, but 12 is a lot. It's a lot of cookies and it might not fit on my paper. So my idea would be, maybe I'll do 2 rows of 6. So let's make 6 cookies on the top and 6 cookies on the bottom and put them in a nice neat row. So let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So now I have 2 rows of 6. I can also count by 2s. I have 6 rows of 2, 6 columns of 2. So let's do 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I have 12. Now, can you make half of your cookies chocolate chip? Only half of the cookies should be chocolate chip. So I'm just gonna make, these will be chocolate chip. So you should have made 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cookies chocolate chip, and the other 6 will be just sugar cookies. They're plain. Okay, let's try it again. If you have room on that paper, go ahead and you can make room, or you can flip your paper over or get a new piece. Let's draw a dozen eggs. All right. So I could do, I'm gonna do 2 rows of 6 again. All right, eggs are kind of oval shaped. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll put 6 on the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 6 on the bottom. Okay. Now color half, make half of your eggs a half dozen. Remember, this is a half dozen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Make them brown eggs. So half of them will be brown. And half of them are white eggs. So I have 1 dozen eggs, half a dozen is brown, half dozen is white. Let's do it one more time. Okay, how about this? Let's draw a dozen donuts. Oh yeah, okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and put 6 donuts on the top. 6 donuts on the bottom. Okay, let's do half of the donuts with sprinkles. Half of the donuts have sprinkles. I'm gonna do different colors. Let me get another color. We'll do. Okay, these are my sprinkled donuts. And then the other half, let's do your favorite. So maybe it's chocolate, maybe it's vanilla, maybe it just has chocolate icing on it. I'm gonna go ahead and make mine brown for chocolate. Okay. You can pause the video if you need to and finish coloring yours. So now you have a dozen donuts, half a dozen with sprinkles, and half dozen in your favorite flavor. Now I'm hungry and I want a donut, and of course, want some coffee too. Have a good day. See you later.